In right triangle RST below, altitude line segment SV is drawn to hypotenuse RT. So it says altitude line segment SV, which means I should draw a right angles at that part because altitude is always perpendicular to the other side. Okay, next part it says, which statement is always true? So anytime you have the situation with an altitude drawn to the hypotenuse, some teachers teach the mean proportional theorem. I teach my two formulas, okay? So the two formulas are leg squared and altitude squared. So remember, both of the formulas have to deal with hypotenuse. Now, if you look at the altitude leads to two parts of the hypotenuse. So therefore, the formula for altitude squared is part 1 hypotenuse times part 2 hypotenuse. Now, these are what we call the legs. And so the leg formula is adjacent part of the hypotenuse times the whole hypotenuse. So if you look over here, the leg is adjacent part of the hypotenuse times the whole hypotenuse. And in this case, if this was the leg squared is adjacent times whole hypotenuse. All right, now let's go back to the problem. Now, anytime you have these kind of situations, you have to figure out which of these multiple choices will end up giving you one of these two formulas. Well, I already know it's choice 1, so let me explain why. So if you look over here, when you cross multiply, ST times ST is ST squared. RT times VT is VT times RT. Now, why did I switch the order? I did it so that it can match the formula. So let's look here. What is ST called? ST is a leg, so leg squared. VT is the adjacent part of the hypotenuse, and RT is the whole hypotenuse. And so therefore, it is choice 1.